I'm very excited to make this video today because we're going to talk about the Red Star rework that is so long overdue. I'm a big fan of this. I think it's great. We're going to get reduced promotion credit costs. We're going to get promotion credits on the side of the regular Red Stars. There was a boosted drop rate inside of the Red Stars we're going to talk about. And the power curve, which has been astronomically steep, going between a 2 and a 7-star, is going to be flattened out. And at the end of the video, I'm going to talk about why I think they're doing all of this. I don't think it's because of the strike. I think it's because they want to sell us something else later. But I'm still really thrilled about this because I've not been a fan of the Red Star system since day one. I've hated it. Anyways, let's talk about the good stuff. The good stuff is that the cost to upgrade with the promotion credits is going down, specifically from going from a 4 to a 5-star and going from a 6-star to a 7-star is drastically being reduced. Right now, it costs 300 silver tickets to go from an existing 4 to a 5-star. That cost will be reduced down to 150. And if you've done it in the past, you'll be credited back. Now, what they're doing with the gold ones is a little bit more confusing. They're basically going to multiply all of this number by 20. And so right here, you can see that if today I could upgrade my Nobu from an existing 5 Red Star Nobu to a 6 Red Star with 5 tickets, this number here will be changed to 200. They're going to multiply by 20. And this number here will also be multiplied by 20. And so it'll be 100. And so that's exactly the same. Now, the cost to go from an existing 6-star to a 7-star is drastically coming down by like 4 or 5 times. Huge. Before, it would cost 50 of these tickets, which was a joke, actually. Nobody did it. But in the new system, it'll cost 150. And so if you convert the math out, basically 7.5. 7.5 is very reasonable. I mean, not that much more, right? And so going from a 6 to a 7 has a current cost when it's not multiplied out of 7.5. But when the system is implemented, basically this number will be 150 to take an existing 6 to a 7. And to go from an existing 5 to a 6 will be 100. And then anything you have in your inventory right now will be multiplied by 20. And we're going to have access to these. And we're going to talk about that too because there's a new Wakandan event. Now, I want to talk about the drop rates in the Orbs and the existing Elite 4 or just the regular Red Star Orbs. They're making, well, there was one change already implemented and there's going to be a second change. But the change that was implemented, it was kind of like a stealth buff. And they didn't tell anybody about it. But some people on Reddit found out about it. And then I put it in a video. Let's see, February 27th. So a little bit more a month ago. They basically boosted the drop rates on the 3 Red Stars and the 4 Red Stars from 20% to 24%, 7.5% to 9%. And they took those the creases there from the 1 and the 2 stars. And they left the 5, 6, and 7s alone. Now, that was already implemented into the game a little more than a month ago. And that is a good change. Almost not a lot of people noticed it. I did put it in the video. And then also on these Red Star Orbs, they're going to put on the sides, they're going to put promotion elite credits so that you can open up an Elite 4 Orb, which is kind of nice. Now, it still kind of blows my mind the way this is worded right here. Is saying that the update contents of a basic red orb will ensure that upon opening 20 orbs, even if you got all duplicates, which does happen sometimes, by the way, of the lowest Red Star characters, you're guaranteed to have enough credits to purchase 1 4 Red Star Orb, which I opened 2 last week. And I have like a 60-70% chance that I'm going to get a duplicate on that orb as well. And then that's just converted to 750 Elite 5 orb tickets. But that's fine. It's better than it was. Basically, you're going to get Elite 4 credits on the sides of every Red Star orb. So save your orbs. I'm going to be saving my orbs until this goes into place. That's for sure. And then they also said that the Elite 7 Red Star Orbs will have the price lowered from 5,000 to 2,500. I've never opened one of these. Opening a duplicate at this level will grant enough credits to open another orb. So if you have enough here to open up one of these, which, my goodness, I can't even imagine I mean, how to get one of those. Boy, you have to have duplicates on duplicates. But if you ever get to a situation where you open one of these, this cost on this will be reduced to 2,500. And then if you get a duplicate 7-star, my goodness, I don't even have one 7-star. This is so far out. This is something that might make a difference like a year from now. I don't know, but basically you get to pull again, and that's fantastic. Now, this right here is a little bit more controversial. The character release cadence. What they're saying here is that when a new character comes out, they are not, I repeat, not going to show up in this store until they're farmable. Boo! What that means is you're not going to be able to hoard these promotion credits and then just upgrade the character. They're just not going to show up here until they're farmable. My goodness. That's a little bit controversial, and I don't really like the wording right here. It says, however, the character will not appear for acquisition via promotion credits until the character becomes farmable somewhere in the game. And then they say is that we feel their respective 7-star potentiality and day of release could be too wildly oppressive. No, no, no. Just say you want us to buy Red Star Orbs. That's what it means, is they just want you to buy Red Star Orbs. And when a new character comes out, if you want to get a 4, 5, 6, 7-star of the new character, the only way you're going to be able to get that is in Red Star Orbs. And you're not going to be able to use the promotion credits until they're farmable, which is going to be a long time away. My goodness. Now, let's talk about the power curve, which is probably the main problem that I've always had with Red Stars. And they mentioned this in a previous blog post, and it looks like they're going to go through with what they suggested in the blog post, which was a couple months ago. The old system was ramped up 2, 5, 10, 23, 35, 50, and 75, going across 1 through 7 stars. So which it was absolutely absurd because at best I felt like I could get as a 3 or a 4-star on a new character, which means they only got a 10 or a 20%. But the guy that got lucky and had that 1 in 2,000 chance that pulled a 7-star got a 75% boost. Well, they're drastically changing that so that a 3-star equals 20% versus an old 10%. And then the 4-star is like 35%. And I feel like I could, on my better characters, if I wanted to, get them up to 4-star relatively easily. And now that they've lowered the cost from 300 down to 150, that's still kind of hard to go from 4 to 5 stars and then from 5 to 6 stars. Now, I feel with the new Wakanda event, which we're going to talk about, it's going to happen like on the first Saturday of the month, and I'm curious to know what the mounts we're going to get and how that's going to impact. But I feel like I'm going to be able to get my top tier meta characters up to 4, 5, 6 stars in some sort of matter. Like, there might be a handful, a small number of characters in my roster that I'm going to be upgrade under this new system. I'm a huge fan of this. I think it's fantastic. I really wish it was this way from the start, frankly. Okay, so in addition to making these changes go live on the 15th, in theory, given that things work out the way that they want to work out, they're also going to adjust the characters inside of the raids and all PvE content. Basically, all characters less than 7 red stars will have their red star level reduced by 1. So if they're in game right now and they have an existing, let's say 3-star 10% boost, they're going to be dropped down to a 2-star. So they should stay relatively the same, right? A 6-star will still be at 50. A 5-star will still be at 35. A 4-star will still be at 20. They're just going to drop the star levels, and they said that's fine. Now, this is kind of interesting. When this update goes live, the power numbers, the power levels on the characters won't change until you do one of the following things to the character. Increase the character level, the gold stars, the red star promotion, or the gear tier, and abilities, and then the power level will be boosted to reflect the correct amounts when that happens. Fine. Okay. Another part of the video where I'm really excited about is the new Flash event cadence. This is kind of a big deal right here. So the new Wakanda event is going to happen on the first Saturday of the month, and that is going to be called Chaos Theory, and this is where we're going to get silver and gold promotion credits. And then Relic Hunt is going to happen on the second Saturday of the month. And that's where you get relic materials. The payday event, which where you get all the gold, will happen on the third Saturday of the month. And then the block party, which just happened right now, will happen every other month on the fourth Saturday of the month. I think this is fantastic. And I just want to end the video on two notes. One, we do have to give them a little bit of slack right now. They're all working from home. I think I like these changes a lot. All of this is heading in the right direction. I've hated red stars for a long time. This is a drastic improvement. And they're just saying a lot of caveats in this email saying, hey, we got to monitor it. There might be some glitches. We're trying to work on it. We're working from home. We'll give them a break. Fine. I'm all about that. Number two, I think they had to do this. I think they had to do this because there were really horrible interactions with whatever's coming next. Fox Next wants to sell us some sort of progression, green stars or ISO 8. And there's no incentive to buy anything if red stars was the end all be all. And by making these changes to red star, most of us should be able to relatively easy to get our characters to some sort of acceptable baseline red star level through normal gameplay. Our rosters are going to move up and it's all going to be fairly balanced. That way, when we need to buy this new whatchamacallit green stars or ISO 8 or something else, it will have a meaningful impact where the interactions with 7 red stars and whatever new is coming wasn't going to be good. So I think they had to rework this or else we wouldn't have any reason, or it'd be just really weird on buying whatever next they're going to sell us. I really think that's what it is. Maybe that's a little bit cynical, but that's just me playing these games for 5 years. And why would I buy the next thing if it's all about red stars? So this is basically kind of neutering the importance of red stars to some sort of acceptable level. So whatever they're going to sell us, we'll want to buy. That's my thought. All right. Well, now it's time for the giveaway. I really hope you liked this video today, because if you did, you are in luck. For every single person that likes this video, you will be getting for free in your account an 8-star Tiger King. This is not a scam. I love this TV show. It's so bizarre. If you have Netflix, I highly recommend watching it. It's so memeable. It's just a TV show with all villains. Everybody in the show is terrible and absurd and bonkers. It's just a conversation piece without a doubt. All right, guys, let me know what you think about the red stars. And as always, thanks for watching and keep on gaming.